So here we go. Thursday night, Chiefs-Broncos. Oh, no, Mahomes. Dislocated kneecap. Going to miss 3 to 6 weeks on this 1-yard quarterback sneak, which is the strangest play for a guy like that to get hurt. Now, the bad news is the next 4 games, the next 2 are tough. Green Bay and Minnesota. After that, it lightens up. Tennessee, Chargers, and a bye. Matt Moore is an experienced backup quarterback, but listen, they're not the same teams without Patrick Mahomes because this defense is not going to win you football games. It is too Patrick Mahomes-centric. Rams-Falcons. Falcons don't count. I mean, Atlanta's lost 5 straight. Matt Ryan left the game in a boot. I guess Todd Gurley caught a touchdown pass there. I mean, he did have more carries, but he averaged less than 2.5 yards a carry. It's a win. It's a blowout win. It's their biggest win of the season, 27 points. But it's Atlanta is got a lot of quitting it. Does any team in the NFL start as poorly as Atlanta? Bills-Dolphins. Think they're good. Listen, Buffalo's held all their opponents to 21 points or less. In their last 9 games, they're 7-2, Joy. The only losses, New England. I think they're good. 18 straight games holding opponents under 400 yards. That's the longest streak in the NFL. So can you imagine going now to Buffalo in November, December when it's windy and snowing? I mean, you're not moving the ball on them in September and October. Never forget Brady's game up in Buffalo in 70 degrees. Could not move the sticks. How about Vikings-Lions? Cousins is cooking. Listen, last 3 games, 10 touchdowns, a pick. He's so funny. I mean, he is honestly 2 quarterbacks. 1 o'clock Kirk Cousins, unbelievable. Peyton Manning. Primetime Kirk Cousins, honestly, just cover your eyes. I will say this. That roster, filthy good. Delvin Cook's best back right now in the league with McCaffrey. Receivers are studs. Kyle Rudolph. The defense, pass rush, that front office has built a great roster. Jags-Bengals. Did not watch. Cincinnati's the worst watch in the league, including Miami. Miami's got fight to it. Bengals have lost 9 straight. I didn't watch it. Seriously, I didn't even. I just put a cloth over my TV set in the little box on DirecTV. I wouldn't watch that game. Raiders-Packers. Perfect passer rating. Didn't have Devontae Adams, who was their best receiver. Geronimo Allison was on limited snap count. So pretty impressive now. A team that can win multiple ways. Players are hurt. Devontae Adams, by the way, is a precise route runner. It's a toe injury. So that's one of those things. They got to get him healthy. First Packer quarterback ever to have a perfect quarterback rating. That is so bizarre considering Brett Favre played there forever and so was Aaron Rodgers. 6 total touchdowns and only 6 incompletions. Texans-Colts, no luck necessary. First place, AFC South. Last 16 games, Colts are 13-3. As Joy said earlier, this offensive line, boy, it just makes everything easier. Jacoby Brissett, this is an interesting number, 4-0 against Houston. Tennessee could never beat Andrew Luck, and Houston can't beat Jacoby Brissett. First career game for Jacoby, 4 touchdown passes. Good for him. Cardinals-Giants, better rookie quarterback. Listen, during this winning streak, Kyler Murray does not have an interception. He throws a great ball. He and Russell Wilson are baseball players. So Kyler Murray may be a little small, maybe a runaround guy, throws a beautiful football. And Cliff Kingsbury in Arizona last 2 weeks have come out scripted. A little more of a running game, incredibly creative, taking nice leads. And every quarterback in this league, including Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady, is way better with a 2-touchdown lead than a 2-touchdown deficit. 49ers-Redskins. Ugly but perfect. 49ers are the only undefeated team in the NFC. You think that matters? Getting home field is going to matter in the NFC? This is why New England keeps making Super Bowls. They play in Foxborough in January. So San Francisco here is undefeated and right now would host playoff games in the Bay. They've only allowed, in their last 3 games, this defensive front is awesome. They've allowed 10 points in 3 games combined. 4 first-rounders on this defense. 8 of the 11 starters are first, second, or third-rounders, and the average age is 25. They're not even paying these guys outside of Quan Alexander yet. So this is a really good defense. I mean, you can watch this defense. They just unhinge offensive lines. Chargers-Titans. Classic Chargers loss. Oh, God. Chargers down by a field goal. Ball at the 1. Melvin Gordon stopped at the previous goal line. Gets the ball again. Dives, fumbles. Tennessee recovers. Wins the game. I mean, listen. Isn't this the Chargers' life story? They've lost more games, field goals, slightly left, fumble at the goal line. I mean, it's the other thing. Let me just throw this out there. They got to go draft another quarterback. Nothing against Phillip Rivers. Man, I'm watching this league. Pocket guys, he was unathletic early in his career. You got to get some range back there. You got to get some footwork back there behind that offensive line. Saints, Bears, cut the cord. Bears last NFC total yards. Haven't had a 300-yard game this season. Listen, GM Ryan Pace, you've done a good job. Just admit it. You whiffed. You took a guy who had a handful of college starts, who couldn't win the job the year before at Carolina over a guy not playing in the NFL at quarterback, and Matt Nagy's doing the best he can, but you're going to literally put your coach on the hot seat. He has nothing you can do here. He doesn't have enough starts. He's not a great thrower. This roster is too good. And by the way, I think the defense now for Chicago is being affected. Like, I think they're over it. I think it is really hard to keep asking the defense every week to hold opponents to 10 points. I think after a while, guys just bail on that stuff. Ravens, Seahawks, rushing to playoffs. They've rushed for 1,400 some yards this year. No team has rushed for this many yards through 7 games in 12 years in this league. Lamar Jackson's the NFL's leading rusher in the last 3 weeks. Now, he's not going to run like that in year 9 or 10. Everybody slows down after a few shots. But, they didn't actually play great either. I mean, their tight end dropped 3 passes. It wasn't like Baltimore played perfect football. To go into Seattle and dominate it, and I really, in the second half, I felt like it was Baltimore's game to lose. Mark Andrews, they did not play perfect football, but they're fun to watch. Eagles, Cowboys. Why, Eagles, why? Outscored by 45 points last 2 games. 2 fumbles early, down 14-0. I think Trent Dilfer was right a couple of weeks ago on this show. They don't have any special players. They don't have a receiver that you have to double, a running back that scares you, a lockdown corner. Linebackers are average. They don't have much of a pass rush. And I thought last night, Goulet, you love the Cowboys. That was the best Dallas pass rush this season, wasn't it? I thought Philadelphia had a great offensive line. I mean, Carson Wentz was spinning out of there every third throw. Finally, Patriots, Jets. Darnold's biggest test. Here's an interesting number. Monday Night Football, Belichick's only 9-7, lost 3 of his last 4. It's an interesting number because I think the Jets actually are a pretty good football team. They generally at home are a pretty tough out. New England is not healthy. They're on a second-string left tackle, a second-string center. Josh Gordon is out. The rookie receiver hasn't shown us anything. They don't have really a tight end, I guess Ben Watson. So New England, my guess is tonight New England wins by about the number 9 or 10 because Darnold will unleash, he's still prone to making the 1 or 2 kind of noticeably bad throws. But it'll be a good Monday night game. Patriots get Sam Darnold tonight and Baker Mayfield in the week. That secondary is just licking their chops with those, New England's won 19 straight games against first or second-year quarterbacks. And Baker and Sam Darnold certainly qualify as that. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.